It's all kicking off with Princess Catherine's uncle, Gary Goldsmith, as he absolutely blasts Meghan Markle and Prince Harry live on TV on Celebrity Big Brother. What did he say? Well, I'm going to give you all the juicy details in this Daily Nerd. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the Alternerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye, and oh my goodness. Let's jump into this madness, shall we, because it really didn't take long, did it, for Princess Catherine's uncle, Gary Goldsmith, to start blasting Hazza and Megxie live on TV. Now, this happened yesterday night on Celebrity Big Brother, as he was settling into the house. He was speaking to Louis Walsh and Sharon Osbourne. Sharon Osbourne, all my American Alternerds will know who she is. Louis Walsh, maybe not so much. He's a famous boy band manager, famously managed Westlife. And he was talking about his views on the royal family and slammed Megxie for changing the family dynamic. Also claiming that Hazza will come back and be part of the gang again one day. Yeah, I believe that too. When Megxie hits the divorce button, because he'll have nowhere else to turn to, right? Until then, not so much. In the meantime, Gary admitted that he hasn't met Megxie, saying, I have an opinion that Harry was really, really, really loved, and when they were a threesome, so Kate, William and Harry, they looked really comfortable together. I agree with that statement, absolutely. And then suddenly there's an extra dynamic that comes in, puts a stick in the spokes and creates so much drama that I don't genuinely think is there, and rewrote the history, saying how unhappy he was, and I just don't think that's fair. Oh, so he is literally describing Megxie as the spanner in the works, okay? Basically being the Yoko Ono of the Beatles kind of situation, right? And then turning around and saying that she uses drama to rewrite history. Ooh, the shade. He then says, I mean, you can't throw your family under the bus in such a dramatic style, then write books about it and expect to be invited round for Christmas. Ooh, so what he's referencing there is towards the end of last year, as I reported on this channel, there were a lot of news articles turning around and saying essentially that Hazza and Megxie wanted to spend Christmas at Sandringham with the royal family, with the king. Soon after that, the palace is like, hell no, they're not coming. But there was a lot in the press in regards to that. That's what Gary is alluding to there. He then goes on, he's not finished. He says, I think it's really sad. At some point, I think he's going to come back and be part of the gang again. He might need to, because he'll have nowhere else to turn when Megxie hits the divorce button. He says, we're a very forgiving nation. It would be nice if he did. No, we're not. Not in this regard. After everything Hazza has done and said against us and the royal family, no, I cannot see that happening. I can see it where Megxie hits the divorce button, he has nowhere else to turn to, so tail between his legs, he runs back to royal family, and they treat him as exactly as they treat Prince Andrew. In the corner, black sheep at family, nothing to see here. That I can definitely see happening. Now, Gary later then said, the worst thing I've said about him is that he wouldn't make my pub quiz team. Sharon Osbourne added her opinion, saying of Hazza, I think he's foolish, but he's not a bad person. When Hazza and Megxie initially came to the US, she says in the beginning they were very, very well received. They don't understand it, but they do love it, you know, but it's dwindling, and there's been some deals that they've done that haven't worked well, i.e. the Spotify deal, and now coming up on deck, Netflix deal is going bye-bye. So, yeah, a lot of deals not going well. And yes, it's all dwindling for Hazza and Megxie as their opinion polls are just going down, and further down. Americans, you guys are having enough of Hazza and Megxie and everything that they are saying there. Now, this is the thing, right? What Gary said earlier on, saying he wouldn't make my pub quiz team, the worst thing I've said about him. He's referencing an opinion editorial that he wrote for the Daily Mail over a year ago. Now, this was soon after Spare was released, right? And he's calling Harry deluded if he believes it'll bring him reconciliation with the royal family. Now, in this article, here we go. His petulant, self-serving memoir Spare is peppered with so much fluff it needs a good hoovering. To be frank, I don't even believe much of it. He wouldn't make my pub quiz team, but his book is an intellectual lure, and he's plumbed to new depths with his now account of the now infamous saga of the bridesmaids' dresses for his wedding to Meghan in 2018. Now, no disrespect to Gary, but if he's turning around and saying the worst thing I've said about him is that he wouldn't make my pub quiz team, I would argue, no. I think he said worse things, particularly with this article that he wrote. I mean, he's saying, to be frank, I don't even believe much of it. That's insinuating that Hazard's lying in his book, which, to be fair, the US government recently argued in court against the Heritage Foundation for the fight for Prince Hazard's US visa application. That, you can't believe everything in Spare, it might be embellished to sell books, right? Well, if Gary's turning around and saying I don't even believe much of it, kind of tracks with what the US government was trying to argue in court recently, right, guys? So, yeah, to me, he's insinuating that Hazard's a liar. Yeah, Gary, you've done worse, but not a problem, because we believe that Hazard's a liar too, However, Gary Goldsmith is not in favour with the Middleton family at the moment. Was read the Riot Act by Kate Middleton's mother, Princess Catherine's mother. Reports are saying that Gary said he's been read the Riot Act by Kate's mum Carole and her dad Michael. They aren't happy he's going into celebrity Big Brother. It's infuriating to them. Kate doesn't need this stress. Source claim that Prince Hazard and Megxie, who Goldsmith has attacked in the past, i.e. ding, 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 may also be in the firing line, as we're just reporting right now. Oh, they are in the firing line, and then some, guys. The source said that the black sheep, Goldsmith, did not have his family's blessing to go into the house, but is doing it anyway. He's understood to have told friends that he won't do anything to hurt Kate or William. And he's actually sticking to his guns there because he's hitting out at the wild conspiracy theories surrounding Princess Catherine at this point and saying that there's a reason. Asked about the conspiracy theories, he said, I think they should leave her alone right now because there's a reason why they're, the family, not talking about it. And they're giving her a little bit of space. I just think it's fundamentally wrong. And if it was happening to anybody else, they would think to give them some space. But Kate's Kate. She does such an amazing job. There's always interest in her. She's the number one role for a reason. And I just beg people to give her some space. I do think that they're changing the dynamic and they are family-centric. They've got duty and it's a privilege to have the roles that they do have, but it's family first. You've got to look after yourself. You put your own oxygen mask on before you look after others. Kate, get well, love you, and when you're ready, we'll see you again. That's what we do to anyone else. Why not her? So, yeah, even though the Middleton family has essentially read him the Riot Act, he's not spilling any secrets when it comes to Princess Catherine or Prince William. He is absolutely protecting, as far as I'm concerned, the right side of the family, essentially telling everyone, leave Princess Catherine alone. But when it comes to Hazard and Megxie, they are totally fair game after everything that they've done over the last couple of years. And Gary is wasting no time whatsoever going in on Hazard and Megxie and putting them on blast, literally live on TV. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, believe me, I'm expecting there's going to be more from Uncle Gary. Make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe. I'll be honest with you, help us get to 100k so we can get that silver play button right there and hopefully cause a Christopher Boozy meltdown on Twitter. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. Also, as well, if you've got some very strong opinions about what Uncle Gary has said about Hazard and Megxie, and I bet you do, then make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And until the next time, you guys, laters.